told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either
from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. Greg Zuerlein set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field in the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
9 yards to pick up there. And down.
Quinn Williams on the stop. A gain of 9 yards. And the Ravens first down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. C.J. Mosley, the former Raven, in there on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They'll take it into the end zone for Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens 7, Jets nothing. Justin Tucker in the kickoff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, You just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, on the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball is tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Dobbins trying the left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That was Carl Lawson in pursuit that time, and he gets the stop.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
I'm going to go. Report!
They're going for it with Dobbins. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ball again on second down. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Right side, there's Likely with it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Hey, middle.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Ravens 14, Jets nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up first and 10. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Hardman on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, the great coach has said football's a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. Room here to run. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On second down, a run with Hall. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down grab there by Tyler Conklin, and he's a big part of the rebranding of the tight end position in New York. The Jets brought in multiple starters at that position, and Conklin, he's coming off a career best year in Minnesota. 61 catches in his first season as a starter.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. The slot man in motion right. They'll run with Hall. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On first down, Rodgers. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Second down and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson
going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Jet sweep. Here's Bateman.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. To throw is Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 3rd.
We came up to the booth. Last thing he says, we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now Hall to start the drive. To about the 33-yard line.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
26. Box it.
Now Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
A handoff running left is Dobbins.
They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Rodgers. Catch is made by Hardman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
One more time with Hall. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Carter. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. We know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's got to build off of that opening. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jets, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be at home next week to take on